Well, hello, I'm Dr. Joya Royston of BK Royston Publishing, Royal Media and Publishing, and the Book Business Boss, helping you get your message to the masses, turn your words into wealth, and be a book business boss. This is the day that the Lord hath made. We shall rejoice, we shall sing, and we shall be glad in it. So, many years ago. I don't know how far back I'm going to go, but many years ago, I wrote a song and I'm hoping to have it up by the time we end. And it's entitled Seek Me. And it is, I have heard by many people that it is one of their favorite songs that I do. And that's really kind of where we're going to go today because Seek Me is one of those songs that is reflective. It is also um, one of those songs that's that takes time. It's got a nice little beat and all of that, but it causes you to do your own introspection. It causes you to determine where you are in your life, where you are in, um, just in your walk with God, especially. So I'll try to get it up here in just a minute so you can at least hear it or hear a portion of it. But until then, let me just move forward. So, seek me, this is taken from, and you shall seek me and find me when you shall search for me with all your heart. Now, as you know, I am currently working on a devotional series, and if you don't, you now know. It's called Out of the Abundance of the Heart, the Abundance of the Heart. And I'm still in the editing stages because I really strive to help my clients first before I finish my own books. So I'm still in the editing and reviewing and rewriting stage of that. But when you seek the Lord with your whole heart, it it requires something of you. But even before that, let me take a step back, okay, to my song, and then really kind of how we got here. I was seeking God about a specific matter. And I'm like, Lord, when we worship God and we love God, why are some of your children so, you require that we seek us. You require that we worship you, and you require that we serve and that we love you and all that. But why are some faith walkers really kind of acting confused? Like we've got the word and we've got church and all that, but there are some things that are really specific for our specific needs that maybe the preacher doesn't preach about. The word addresses, but that you need to be able to apply that word to you. And when I was praying about it, he said it's because they don't seek me. I was like, well, they have to. They go to church, they pray, they he said, yeah, you can do all those dutiful things. But when you seek me, you're seeking me in a totally different way than worship. You're seeking me in a totally different way of just loving me, and it's not that you're not going to heaven, and it's not that you're doing anything sinful. Is that when you seek God for real, you're looking for answers, and you're okay, kinda, with the answers that you're going to get, because if they're coming from the Father, they may shock you. His ways are not our ways, his thoughts are not our thoughts, but at least you have an answer. Even if you cry about it, even if you're upset about it, even if you're, at least you know directly from the Father what that is, your heavenly Father, what that ultimately is. Because life and death is in his tongue. All souls are his, and is in his hands, is in life and death is in the power of our tongue, but also he controls that. So no matter what the doctor says, he can have you live 5 more years, and the doctor says you got 6 weeks, and surprise the scientists. And I'm quite sure they're gonna run in with a paper. Can they use you as a test in the medical field? Mr. Royston has so because you have defied the um, the doctors. You defied the what the science says, and you're really a walking miracle. I don't care if you live 2 weeks after they say you're gonna die. That's a miracle because they feel like they know. They feel like they can call it. So when you're seeking him, you're looking for answers, but you are striving to position yourself so that you not only get the answer, you're able to receive the answer and that you walk in the answer that you receive. So most people are not seeking to develop a relationship with that or like that. They don't want a relationship with God like that. They want, they have a different view. Everybody has a different view of God themselves. Even, we'll all be sitting in the same church, but everybody has a different reverence, view, and application and relationship with God. So, and ye shall seek me and find me. So that's number one. That's one thing. If you're seeking God, you're going to find him. Now, how you find him, how he relates to you is a one-on-one. It's an individual affair. It's my first pastor used to say. It's all in the way you receive it and how he wants to reveal himself to you and how he wants a relationship with you. They're not all the same. They're not all the same. How he talks to me, how he talks to you is two different things. But if you're open to seeking him, you will find him. Scripture tells you that. When ye shall search for me with all your heart. Not holding on to what you want. And when you finally say, okay, I'm at my, as the old folks say, I'm at my wit's end. When you reach your extremity, is God's opportunity. So sometimes he's sitting there, been long gone, knows everything, but he's sitting there waiting for you to stop wrestling with it, stop toying with it, stop thinking doing it your own way and making a mess or making it worse or upsetting yourself, because you will not. Either after you seek him, you still won't obey. So number one, that seeking requires effort. Remember when you played hide and seek when you was a child? You usually had to chase, you usually had to go, you be standing with your eyes closed. All right, hide and seek. Seek. And then, you open up your eyes and there's not a soul nowhere. And so that requires either running, walking, looking, hearing somebody breathe, bump into something, but it requires some effort. And, most people say, well, worship requires effort. Yeah, but it's not the same. Yeah. Because I know people that are in worship atmospheres and can sit totally still. Their worship is very minimal. They could cry, but it requires that they're not putting much effort into it. And then even after you put forth effort, you still have to be patient. Because sometimes, like Daniel, the angel came and said, I was bringing the answer, but I got tied up. And he said, we heard you on the first day, but I was bringing the answer. So you had to wait on it. So sometimes God is teaching you patience. He's teaching you effort, but he's also teaching you patience. He's teaching you the ability to continue to seek. And even when you don't hear right away, because you know how it is, little children are impatient. Miss Richard, you can't get that, you can't get that open. Oh, Miss Richard, let's cut it. Let's chop it. Let's whatever we got to do to get that package open because I want what's inside. Yes, but sometimes that answer that you're looking for requires that you seek a little bit longer than the first day getting an answer. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. Sometimes it takes months, weeks, years even. Because God is working something out of you. He's working something in you. He's working something through you. He's getting you in position to say yes. Ooh, it's complicated. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a whole lot going on. But are you willing to be put through the process? Are you willing to go through the steps? Are you willing to seek him and seek him with your whole heart? Are you willing to go through the process? Yeah. I mean that makes me want to take a step back and breathe right then. because we want immediate gratification. We want God to answer us immediately. We want it fixed like right now. We want it done when we want it done. We don't want it done when He wants it done. We want it done when we want it done. We want it right then, right there, right away. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it right now. But no, that old song, He may not come when you want Him, but He's right on time. So, He's not a magic wand. Did you just wave and it's just gonna happen when you say, and you no, then never mean you be God. Then you be controlling the thing. Oh no. He don't play about that. You're not gonna be really telling Him what to do. You can ask, you can request, but really, no, he's not playing about that. So it's gonna take some effort. Gonna take some patience. It's gonna take some doing on your part. It's gonna take you fasting, prayer. Old folks say, turn your plate down. It's gonna take some. It's gonna take some time. But then eventually, after you keep seeking Him, you should receive instruction. You should be receiving instruction. Now, that instruction could come from a person. He may not verbally say it. It could come through someone else. It could come through a song. It can come through a word. It could come through you open up the Bible, just happen to be open. Just how you mysteriously there. I opened up the word and there was my answer was in there all the time. Yeah, it's in there, but are you willing to seek Him, seek it, seek for the answer? No. Sometimes you're not. Sometimes, like I say, with some people, they get a little lazy spirit on them. They want to just hand it to them on a platter. Well, there it is. Oh, God says, no, it's going to require some effort. It's going to require some patience on your part. It's going to require you receiving instruction and waiting on that instruction. Now, this is where the dangerous part comes in. You received the instruction, but the instruction wasn't what you wanted. And it was a wait or a maybe or not yet or keep seeking me. That can be hard. I'm not gonna lie and tell you it's not. But that receiving instruction, at least even if it's not what you thought, or even if the person did die, even if God did tell them, even if the divorce did go on through, even if you did lose the house, even though they did repo the car and you didn't get the money that you needed to pay off the debt right then, even if it didn't happen, at least now you know. You don't have to just keep seeking after that thing. You may have to seek for something else, but not that thing anymore. You got your answer. Whether you had to cry receiving it, require you wanted to put the covers over your head, or you cried receiving it, and you was running around the church and they was all shouting and the organ was going. Well, however it came, at least you got your instruction. And then the biggest part, the final straw, is responding with obedience. What did you do? What did you do with the instruction you were given? What did you do with the thing you were given? What happened? Did you obey? Did you say sorry? Did you? Yeah, no. Dude. You got to tell me. I'm there with you all the way. I'm not, as they say, anytime I give out anything, I'm the first partaker. You may, as they say, you might not, but I'm gonna just tell you I am, because I have to, as they say, I have to eat it even before I give it. Yeah, I know. You think, oh, she's just sitting up there telling. No, love. It has had to come to me first. I have had to absorb it, eat it, take care of it, be responsible for whatever I'm giving out. I have to be a first partaker. I have to be ready for it. Okay. I have to be ready to acknowledge it. So, you ready? Seek Him. Have you gotten down to my first pastor says, my uncle says, where the rubber meets the road. Mm. You need him. You gotta have him. Your degree is not helping you. Your book smarts is not helping you. Big Mama's not around to tell you. The pastor, he don't know. He never had that happen. But if you seek him, you'll find him. And I found it. Yay!
How do I get God's attention? These problems are more than to mention. How do I bask in your presence, creator of all of existence? Lord, you name the time, any place, anywhere, valley low, mountain high, I don't care. You say, seek me, you'll find me, ask me, receive, I'll be there. You promise me, I'll be there. How do I get God to answer? I'm seeking his face for this matter. How do I get God's anointing? His purpose, his will, and appointing. Lord, you speak to me loud, strong, soft, and sweet. In the day or the night, it's alright. See, and you'll find me. Ask me, receive. I'll be there. He will be there. Listen, seek the Lord while he may be found, and call on him while he's near. Help me say, seek the Lord while he may be found. Call on him while he's near. Seek the Lord while he may be found. Go after him, seek after him. Call on him. Get your seat while he's near. Seek the Lord while he may be found. Call on him. Call on him. While he's near. Seek the Lord while he may be found. Call on him while he's there. Seek the Lord while he may be found. Call on him while he's there.
So you gotta seek the Lord. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. It'll take you all the way there. It'll take you all the way in. And yes, for those who are going to be seeing it on Facebook, I do own the rights to this book. I have been blessed and privileged to write this one. And always special thanks to Trey and the band and all the other musicians that he got to be able to put that chart together. God sings that song directly into my head, as well as about 35 others. So I've been blessed to write music as well as books. So it's incredible. I'm going to use all my gifts until he says my assignment is up. So coming up this week, um, Live Your Best Life is coming up next at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right there on envision-radio.com, where Praise Me Talk. And at 11 a.m. is the Spike Davis and Friends show. Tune in for laughs, music, and more. And then on Tuesdays, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, all the authors, book lovers, publishers, literary agents, illustrators, everybody, the Book Business Boss Show, helping you get your message to the masses, turn your words into wealth, and be a book business boss. On envision-radio.com, Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The replays are the Book Business Boss Podcast.com. And then, of course, I am super excited to announce that I have two more places where you can purchase BK Royston Publishing Books and Royal Media and Publishing Books. Of course, Spirit-Filled Christian Bookstore in Birmingham, Alabama. Next Chapter Bookstore and Gift Shop inside Ben's Boys. I have to be careful with that one. In Greensboro, North Carolina. Media Leak Reading Room on Michigan Road in Indianapolis, Indiana. And the Mobile Booksellers on Government Boulevard in Mobile, Alabama. And then now you can get three locations in Louisville, the Brew and Sip Coffee Bar at 505. They have two locations, 505 West Broadway and 2860 Packerland Way in Louisville, Kentucky, as well as G-Nami Books and More, 636 South 18th Street in Louisville, Kentucky. Also, Janami Books does a lot of vending events. So if you see them anywhere and about the region or otherwise, because they travel a lot as much as I do, you may see some of my books on the table. Yes, we have an arrangement, a partnership. It's a beautiful thing. Now I can be in multiple places at multiple times, as well as others who have my books and vending events. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm all about. And by the way, still working on getting my event book up and ready to go. Vendors and Exhibitors Wanted Guide for Events. So speaking of events, that should be coming out very, very soon. And then I'll also have a campaign and promotional for you to download the free checklist. So I'll have that available very soon as well. A lot going on in my world. I trust a lot is going on in yours. Praying for God's guidance as you continue to seek him and get direction, not only for the rest of this year, for the year coming up and beyond. You all be blessed. I'm Dr. Julia Royston. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.